with the super tall ranger that told us to leave, but there's no sound, so I don't know what he was saying. The headline at the bottom of the screen says local rangers trap cougar responsible for deadly attacks. Next there was a picture of rangers with the corpse of a small-ass mountain lion, definitely not the thing we saw that day. Leave a few days later and finally head home. Go back to working and try to forget about the whole thing. Don't ever speak about it with John. A few months after I get back, an envelope shows up in the mail with no return address and an Oregon postmark. Open it up and there's a set of Idaho hunting tags for next year inside, all stamped with my name. Everything's there. Moose, elk, mule deer, black bear, even mountain goat. There's nothing else inside the envelope, and I didn't apply for any tags. Not sure what it was supposed to mean, but I can tell you for damn sure I'm not about to head back out there again. Okay, I'm not sure if anyone else out there will find this story very creepy, but it's certainly the scariest thing that'll ever happen to me, so I might as well share. At this point I'd like to think that I've been around long enough to realize there's more crazy shit happening this world than there are explanations, and I'd say this falls into that heading. If anyone out there can actually explain everything away, please do. It would make me feel a whole lot better about the situation. A few years back, I was enlisted in the US Coast Guard, hoping to save lives, stop bad guys, and just be an all-around hero, the kind of mindset that most younger guys have the time. The reality of what I got myself into was a lot more frustratingly mundane than what I'd hoped for, and consisted of a lot more cleaning, fielding, running basic training drills, and just constantly trying to keep the various qualifications up to standard, as well as gain new ones. When the story took place, I was pretty new to the entire thing. I was in for less than a year and I'd been stationed at a little small boat station off the coast of Maine. I'd grown up in a small fishing town myself, so I was used to having nothing to do but work, drink, and try to convince the least unattractive girl at the bar to go home with you. I was hoping for something a lot more exciting, some hotbed of activity like the coast of Florida. That's pretty much the reason why I always volunteered to get underway whenever the boat was going out for literally anything. It didn't hurt that I was still new and not actually boat crew qualified. All that extra time helped me with my required knowledge, as well as making me look good in front of command. So that day we were going to get underway to practice some BECCE drills, some basic boat crew stuff for me, and generally just spend most of the day on the water making sure we are using some hours. It was a Saturday, so the command was nowhere in sight, and the OOD was a second-class bosun's mate named Rivard. He decided it was better to get a few of us out on the 47-feet motor lifeboat than just doing some sleep-inducing classroom training. So the crew consisted of myself, who was a break-in, BM2 Rivard, acting engineer was a third-class MK named Ford, a chick BM3 named Brown, another non-rate break-in named Kovacs. All of them were pretty good guys and dependable sailors, so it was a good crew on a good day with little wind and no predicted bad weather, even if it was unseasonably cold for November. What a lot of people don't seem to realize is that there is a lot more coastline out there that is considered haunted than they think. Hell, there's probably just as much of it out there as there are haunted houses or whatever between all the harbors in rocky coastal areas. Think about it. If a house gets haunted because something bad happened there and people died, what about all the countless lives lost in a water horror over the centuries with downed vessels, battles, mutinies, pirating, storms and everything else? One stretch of coast could potentially have seen more death and murder than the given area of land it surrounds. There's no shortage of tall tales to be told if you can find an old soul talkative, or drunk, enough to really open up. Not all of them are about the other side either. There's always been tales of things out in the deeper waters, everything from a kraken to serpents, to